It is only appropriate that I begin today in thanking the community of leaders that really has made this tremendous, spectacular accomplishment of the Ray and Dagmar Dolby Stem Cell Research Building possible in the Eli and Edith Broad Stem Cell Research Center. I would like to therefore start by thanking a few of the champions of stem cell research who are here. They are really the modern Medici of California. So we know that Ray and Dagmar Dolby and Eli and Edith Broad really drove the critical contributions for this accomplishment. We also have Francis Bose here today, Bill Bose. Richard Blum was going to be here, a great supporter, buying bonds to keep this agency moving during the litigation. The Robertson family, a community of champions that's extraordinary, for which this state, any state, at any time, should be extraordinarily proud. But we also are joined by that critical group of scientific and medical leaders. The former Chancellor, Dr. Michael Bishop, who endorsed this initiative early. The current Chancellor, Susan Desmond-Hellmann, an inspired leader. The Vice Chancellor, Dr. Jeffrey Bluestone, who in fact pushed me into this field early. Dean Sam Hogwood, a member of our governing board of the agency. And Director Arnold Kriegstein. But we must really emphasize that there's 7 million visionary California voters that went all the way down the bottom of that ballot, past all the elected officials, past all the other propositions, 7 million voters. To put that in perspective, the governor was just elected in 2010, 6 years later, with 5.4 million votes. So we have an incredible constituency that is our mandate to serve. And on the board with me here, those members who have stood besides Dr. Hogwood or Michael Goldberg, David Serrano-Sewell, the vice chair of the facilities board that made this recommendation for this award, Jeff Sheehy, a member of this institution and a member of the facilities board, David Lichtinger, who is the chair of that facilities board, but not a member of our governing board, and Senator Art Torres, the vice chair of our governing board. Tremendous leaders committing thousands of hours of dedicated time. But it was critical to have Richard Blum's support in getting through the UC system. It is critical today to have President Yudoff's support. And it is critical and has been phenomenal in San Francisco to have the support of City Attorney Dennis Herrera, who is here today, who drove Mayor Newsom's vision of making San Francisco the home of our headquarters. But as many of you know, UC San Francisco has a special significance for me because my son with juvenile diabetes, that form of the disease that destroys the islet cells in the pancreas and can lead to blindness, kidney loss, life ending with amputations, owes a remarkable debt to this institution. Back in those days in the mid-70s, when no one thought recombinant DNA would ever lead to any human products. It was here, on a day like today, when the UC San Francisco scientists announced the antecedent critical discovery that led to artificial human insulin that keeps my son alive every day. So it is with special significance and a historical knowledge of the potential impact of the research done here that I remind you that your father may have heart disease and your daughter may win her fight with kidney disease. all of us here today, on behalf of our families, let us remember and celebrate this day. Let us mark this day as a day in history when the discoveries of this great institution and its scientists create a platform in this great building that can launch a new sea of discovery, can launch science into a new sea of discovery, stem cell research science, built on the early works of UC San Francisco Dr. Gail Martin, who, as the Chancellor said, identified stem cells in mice, building a foundation for this whole new field. It is this research that brings us the possibility of changing the future of human suffering. The extraordinary work of UC San Francisco has been lauded and validated by being first nationally in medical research grants of the NIH, and has been cited in California. UCSF has won over 112 million in grants from our agency. UCSF is at the spear point of an entire new field of medical research. From the beginning of time, mankind dreamed of one day having the knowledge to rebuild, to restore, to regenerate any part of the human body. We stand here today with the scientists, the postdocs, the grad students, and the facility, a world-class ship for discovery, to deliver on that dream. May we then remember that we were all here, a part of history, on the formal launch for a new chapter of mankind, at a stem cell research facility that is the envy of the world, with researchers who, for our children, yours and mine, may rescue their families from years of suffering from chronic disease and injury. And if we are unreasonably lucky, these scientists, with their sacrifice and dedication, may indeed save you and I from some of the ravages of that crucible of suffering. With these champions, with these scientific leaders, the milestones of progress UCSF delivers in stem cell research may exceed even our finest hopes and contribute to saving our lives, yours and mine. So this is our building too. Let us not forget then this day the words of the great English religious poet John Donne, who 400 years ago said, "No man is an island apart from the main, for if a clod be washed away from Europe, Europe is the less. For every man's death diminishes me. So ask not for whom the bell tolls, for the bell tolls for thee." Thank you.